Alright, welcome back guys for another stream review. Like number 8. Things have changed a little bit. We've had a few like tooth streams here since the last one, I do believe. If there's anything I miss, let me know. It's been a rough summer. We've had lots of things going on, so we haven't been here on GT5 for a while, but we're back at it now. So let me take you around and show you what we got going on. So we start over here in the power room. Have everything going that we had upgraded to a steel boiler. Still automated, which looks like we need to maintenance on it. And we're running stainless steel pipes out. Nice and empty. That is going into these advanced turbines, which we have 4 of. Thing gets good and used up. Down here we have hydrogen being burned. For some reason they made making methane ridiculously expensive. Like 400 and some thousand EU to add carbon to hydrogen to make methane. Still making methane back here, which I'll show you down in a minute. Burning the extra hydrogen that we have straight. I'll show you where we get that here in a bit. And we have this gas turbine, which is for methane, but we're trying to gain some up at the moment. And I guess the other important thing is the building has grown a lot. I'll show you that as well. So we have our old blast furnace here, which is but we have built a second one over here. This one is HV and has Canthal coils. Our energy hatch. That has a wood input right here for nitrogen. That was required to make bad boys. We needed glowstone doped wafers. For anybody that doesn't know, in our version we have changed this. When we get another coder that wants to work on it for a while, we have other changes planned for this, but we dropped the amount of silicon down. Instead of an entire stack, all of our buells only take 16, because it does not make any sense that you need 16 for the regular, a stack for the glowstone, and a stack of blocks for the next one. Naquita, that's it. Still does need nitrogen, which we have in there. Takes a whole lot of power to make it, but you'll see 180 EU, that's HV. And to make that for that. We are going to be upgrading this to nichrome coils next. We have another blast furnace over here, which it will be moved over there next to that one. This one will be HV as well. The HV energy hatch. We're just working on getting the nichrome coils. For anybody that doesn't know, you have to go from copper nickel to Canthal. So we're actually making our nichrome in here. So I just put these chrome ingots in with the nickel ingots, and I get hot nichrome out. Vacuum freezer here, and then I get nichrome ingots. They get put in here in the wire mill, and will make me cables, which I will then our coils. That one is going to be hooked up for making titanium. That is our next major step. And you'll also notice that we have our pod system here started. Around and show you. This one here is everything for making plastic. So we have biogas or wood gas coming in the bottom, distilling up to ethylene, oxygen coming in cells, and over here is where the oxygen gets put into the cell. So basically the empty cell will come back into here. These conveyor modules are set to input, allow output. Here, get pulled back up, and it just keeps rotating back and forth. Don't require a canning machine that way. So it's powerless that way. And then the plastic comes over our basic assembly machine, our advanced assembly machine, and our solidifier for plastic plates. This one, for the moment, just a chemical reactor for those plastic plates to be used, sulfuric acid, and copper foil. Make one of the circuit boards. Plastic circuit board. Make that right there. Now, there's going to be another thing hooked up over here, which is going to be for making us dyes and making spray cans so we can color our pipes. Probably be doing that in the next. Got a few more machines that we got. This is my bee pod. So we have a centrifuge here. I put my honeycombs in, and then that gets outputted drops, propolis, and wax. Very little of this comes out. Most of that comes from here. Honey drops coming into a basic fluid extractor, which for some reason is currently not outputting. Got to set the here. Go. I have had a few comes the other ones, the industrial branch. Probably where those two came from. End up having other things that will have to be added to this pipe. There we go. Now it's in there. Anyways, the honey then comes over here to the scanner, and that is where I scan my and check them out, see what I got on them, then take them out to the bee house, which we'll go on in a second. This one is for our sticky resin, which if we come down here, starting of this, so we have a tree farm out here, which makes us rubber wood. That comes through this pipe, 4 drawers, sapling, resin, and sand. That gets centrifuged in here. Things are full, so they're going anywhere. Resin, plant balls, carbon, and wood pulp. We haven't done anything with these two yet. This will go out to the periodic table. This, not quite sure what we're doing with it yet. I think we're going to make some of the super fuel binder. that will get used for if we do. While we're down here, this is crazies for making dough, and electrolyzer for water to make us hydrogen. Also turned off right now. It's mainly to get us oxygen. Probably get rid of that one at some point, but we may need it. Get to tungsten processing. Anyways, the sticky resin then comes up here. Rubber pulp and more plant balls. All of these are sent over into the power room. I'll show you where that goes here in a bit. But the glue comes in here for her to make her phenolic circuit board. Rubber comes over here, which is sulfur just being dropped in at the moment from a hopper. And that makes our molten rubber, which then comes over here, wires in, and to make sheets. Then have this one, which we are setting up currently for her circuit fabricating stuff. This for soldering alloy, which comes over to here for her advanced circuit assembly machine. And there's another one up here for, I think it's going to be her basic assembly machine that she needs soldering alloy in. Yeah, this one here, but she still got it full of stuff, so it stays there for right now until it gets empty. And then it will be going there and putting in an HV1 at some point, which we'll have to do something else for. And then we have our electrolyzation station. Tell by the sign here, we have this is for things that output oxygen only. Green, and hydrogen. This right here is basically for our bauxite processing. Which here, there's our rutile, aluminum. Again, this will get sent over to the periodic table when we get a main line put in here. Again, oxygen just gets sent down here, untanked this time, and then the cell goes back up. So with the electrolyzers, we had to add tanks, oxygen, which is finally getting full, nitrogen, packed full, sulfuric acid, hydrogen, which we're burning off as quick as possible. This one, I think, is the fluorine tank. We haven't ran that stuff yet. Lava, we'll get to that in a minute. This one is the chlorine tank. We haven't ran that yet either. That is all of our tanks. On here, in the tank room, you can see them. We have a train track set up. Runs down and brings us lava up, which I think we might be using an IC2 heat exchanger for that, because it's going to be a while before we get the GregTech version 1 done. So we might use that just to get it started. Haven't decided yet. Side. Show you advance of our big old building here. Got a line that needs to be fixed, which actually doesn't look too bad with it. We have multiple floors now. Door. Our main floor. We've already seen our subfloor, which is piping. And then this one, which is the top of the tanks. And our storage room. Great kitchen over there. We haven't made it a proper cafe yet. Our tank floor, and then back up to the main floor. This is our piping floor for the next floor up. This is going to be our ore processing, which I started setting up today. Just kind of laying everything out. So general idea of where everything was going. We need some more silver, making electrum pipes, so I'm going to be going and mining that here in a bit. Now, down here for a second, have a compressor that does saplings to plant balls, automatic apples into plant balls, again into this macerator. And then that makes us our biochaff, which goes upstairs to another pyrolysis oven. And that brings down biomass, which makes our methane. We also have our compressor down here, compressing our charcoal into blocks because they burn longer, and eventually they'll go into super fuel binder stuff, which will make them last way longer. That is what we've been up to. Other than, I'll take you out here to my house. We're going to have another building coming up here pretty soon. Station room and second power room. Here's my little bee house. And we have modest bees. It's very simple for the automation. The hopper underneath. Brass pipe. Chest. I will eventually have a drawer. Honeycombs and for the drones, but right now chest works fine. Give my combs. And then we have meadows, which my meadows princess died. Forest, those died too. I had to put a new one of them in there. Commons, which I don't have purified yet. Cultivated, again, not purified yet. Rockies, not purified yet. Still working on them. I'm trying to get the Rockies to have more than one children. So that's why there's 3 up here. Otherwise, it would just give me Rocky Combs and never get another drone. I want multiple drones, so I'm mixing them with forest ones to try to get that. And I got my one unwavering drone. I had a princess, but it didn't work out when I bred them. That is what we've been doing here. Hope to see you guys in a stream sometime. Back with some mining music after this is uploaded. So have a good night, guys.